Oh man, it is Thursday, July 3rd today. I am parked right now at the Byron Reese trailhead, which is the trailhead that leads to Blood Mountain. I am on my way to meet a buddy of mine. His name is Jason Schott. Jason is going to take me to Woody Gap. I'm leaving my car right here at the Byron Reese. And now we're heading to Woody Gap, where I'm going to get on Woody Gap and run all the way back to where we parked. Thank you to Jason for bringing me and catching up a little bit with him. I've not seen him for a long time. He was one of the first people that really introduced me and got me really hooked on triathlons just by watching him alone. But here he is, still doing his thing. He just rode the gaps this morning, picked me up, and awesome time, guys. We'll see you soon. Thank you.
Anytime, man.
Let's go, man.
Have fun. 10.7 miles. You got it.
This is where we left off last time at the Woody Gap sign. Now we're going to take it from Woody Gap all the way down to Neel Gap. It's about either 10 to 12 miles, one of those two, depending on which route I take. Okay, welcome to episode number 9 on Trail Running Georgia. We are about to hit Blood Mountain Wilderness. We are heading out to Neel Gap. So Neel Gap, 10.8 miles. We're going to go through Blood Mountain. We're going to go through Girard Gap, Woody Gap, Preacher's Rock. So there's a lot to see here today. I don't have to get back for anything. So I'm going to take my time and just have a really, really good time. All right, guys, climbing up right off the bat. So the first peak that we're looking for is Preacher's Rock. That's the first of 2 huge views on this trail. And just like that, we are at the first viewpoint on this magnificent, beautiful part of the trail that is the AT. There's no one here. People are coming up and down. So anyway, this is about a mile off the parking lot. This is Preacher's Rock, one of the best sunrises in Georgia, seriously. That was great. I can't believe I was able to shoot the bird up there and there was nobody here. It took like 15 minutes and nobody came up. Maybe they all came up earlier, but anyway, I hope I got some good footage. Preacher's Rock. Remember, it's only like a mile from the parking lot, so let's keep going. We're a lot of climbing today. All right, we've made it to Miller Gap. So Miller Gap is not a nice little campground there. This is the sign for Dockery Lake Trail. So the Dockery Lake Trail goes that way. We are on the AT out and back. So that's something that I might want to do sooner than later. We are off to, let's see, Girard Gap. That's our next big stop. That's where we'll kind of stop and get some more water. Just trying to keep the pea white, as white as possible. You know, I had completely forgotten about this area. This is Lance Creek. Look how beautiful these camping spots are. Lance Creek, I completely forgot about it. I didn't even recognize it until I actually stumbled right onto it. I keep being amazed at the obvious of how different this entire trail looks in the summer. What's cool about it is that this same trail will open up to some of the most beautiful 360 views you've seen. Just taking a little break. I'm going to change out these water bottles here. Up and down, you know. I mean, just like the AT, you just learn to accept them and you keep going. That's it. All right, let me change out these water bottles, and we're still on our way to Girard Gap. All right, see you in a bit. All right, we are descending and making our way down towards Girard Gap. Just wanted to take a little break. Found this little chair the trail provides, and it sure does. All right, we just dropped off into Girard Gap. So it says the Girard Gap Trail that way, which will lead us into Winfield Scott Lake and Girard Gap. And I guess the sign here is missing that says to Blood Mountain Shelter to Neel's Gap. All right, so I don't know, those signs were pretty weird. So it says shelter 1 mile, so I have to go to Woods Hole Shelter. I want to go there. Welcome to Woods Hole Shelter. This is the shelter right before Blood Mountain. Not a very popular shelter, just because people will just go to Blood Mountain, over Blood Mountain and into Neel's. So, and it's almost a mile out here from the trail. So I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people don't stay here. Okay, so it was like 2015 or 2016, something like that. It was myself, my buddy Damien, and my friend Doug, and their dogs, Lance and Scruffy. So it was those two dudes, myself, and those two dogs. Well, we came here in a winter. It was like, I think a winter storm had just gone through. Well, we decided to come out and camp anyway. We didn't care. So we made it out here. We camped out here. We brought our own firewood to this place. And I remember it was so damn cold that night that neither Doug or Damien had what they thought in their minds the right kind of tent. Well, me being a newbie at that time, I had like my 4-season, 2-person, like Mount Everest, mountain hardware, like winter tent, okay? So long story short, we thought we were gonna die that night. So everybody got in my 2-person tent. It was me, Lance the dog, Scruffy the dog, Doug, and Damien, all of us in my damn 2-person winter tent. Well, everything was fine, kind of tight, but we were so tired. Everything was fine until Damien started damn snoring. That was when hell broke loose. His snoring was awful. Luckily, I found some ear thingies, and I just was able to at least get through the night. But man, what a memorable night. All of us staying together, keeping each other warm, tight, snoring, horrible sleep. But man, stories forever. I'll always remember that. We were always doing crazy stuff like that with Doug and Damien especially. Had we known, obviously, that Damien was no longer going to be with us 5 years from that time, obviously we would have done a lot more of that, as I'm sure a lot of people that knew Damien would have done a lot more had they known. But anyway, this Damien, wherever you are in heaven, my friend, anyway, we always remember you, and just a great time with you. God bless you, man. All right, it's time to get moving, guys. By the way, the highest point on the Appalachian Trail in Georgia is coming up, Blood Mountain. So we still got to climb that. So we need to get moving. We have just come across Slaughter Creek Trail. Slaughter Creek Trail that way, Appalachian Trail that way. This particular spot, very special. Very special. AT. Right here is the start of the ascent to Blood Mountain. All right, folks, I'm taking the first few steps of the Blood Mountain climb. There's a bunch of false summits on the way to Blood Mountain, but I've done this thing so many times. It's no big deal. We're almost up to the top. Having a great time so far. Can't feel my limbs or anything else, but damn good time. Slaughter Creek, Blood Mountain. You can only imagine what went on in these sacred mountains. There it is, guys. Blood Mountain Shelter. Blood Mountain, the highest point in Georgia on the Appalachian Trail, the highest point being Brasstown Bald, but definitely the highest in Georgia on the Appalachian Trail. I met a gentleman from Cuba, France, Peru, Cumming, Georgia, Phoenix, and Dunwoody. So there you go. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you guys. This is like one of the few shelters I have not stayed at. Blood Mountain Shelter. I don't think a lot of people stay here based on the fact that the windows are all open and it's freezing in the winter, maybe too hot in the summer, I don't know. Definitely a very popular shelter on the AT based on its history. So leaving Blood Mountain Shelter now. Oh man, guys, another huge snake on the trail. I saw a little bunny rabbit just kind of sitting there and it wasn't moving. That was kind of rare, right? So I went by and finally kind of got out of the way. And then right as I was about to go to the trail, some guys were in front of us going, whoa, whoa. And I'm like, what? And I looked down. It was the biggest damn snake. They told me what kind it was. I don't remember. I don't care. And it sat there for a while and it slowly made its way out. I'm out of water. I'm out of food. But we're less than a mile from Neel Gap, from finish. It's literally going to take me all day to finish this. I started at 1 and gosh, it's like 6. Whatever. Let's go. I was just thinking about the two guys that I met. The guy from Arizona came to visit the guy in Dunwoody. Pierre came to visit Elvis. What a friend. To bring a buddy of yours, to say to your buddy, hey, today we're gonna hike, you know, we're gonna challenge ourselves a little bit, we're gonna go up into the mountain 4,000 feet up or whatever. That's how you do it. That's a good friend right there. Let's go see a cool movie. Get your damn shoes on. We're climbing. That is a nice day. That is a good friend, because not a whole lot of people will get to experience Blood Mountain, much less hike it, much less be lucky to have a beautiful, beautiful day. Anyway, that's awesome. All right, that's gonna be it. I am at Neel Gap, which is where I'm gonna leave off for today. I'm gonna come back and start from here, but I am on my way to the parking lot, making my way back to the car. Holy shit, there's a lot of cars out here. Anyway, whoo, that was awesome. That was fantastic. I'd be about 12 miles or so. Had a great time, good views, and all right, let's finish up. I don't feel like GoProing anymore, so I'm gonna leave this to be the last take. A great day today. I got my watermelon, my cooler, my food. Man, what a great day. Great views, 2 shelters. Got to see my buddy Jason. Got to meet some other buddies. Overall, another safe, another peaceful, another grateful day to be out on the AT, to be out hiking, to be out running. So as usual, until next time, this is adventure number 9, on to adventure number 10, all right? Thank you for coming along, and as always, enjoy the pics.
Thank you.